she was the Iron Lady for the Democratic that is the FDC, for the Forum for Democratic Change. She entered Parliament in 2016 on the ticket of the FDC. After entering Parliament, she switched sides to the NRM. We also saw her vote in favor for the removal of the age limit. For right now, she's vying for the speakership position together with 6 other legislators within the NRM, including a minister, that is David Bahati, the State Minister for Planning. Yes, we also do have Jacob Oboth, Thomas Tayebwa. We also have Muhammad Nsereko in that race. Well, she survived. A very good morning, Anita Among. I also do know that you're still a lecturer at Makerere University Business School, and also is it Kampala International University. A very good morning.
Very good morning, Mr. Biseko.
This
just
position.
A point of correction.
Yes.
The point, I did not go to Parliament as FDC. I went to Parliament as an independent.
What are your chances of winning the speakership?
Though previously I was an FDC, but going to Parliament I went as an independent.
So let's talk about the speakership race. What are your chances of clinching this position?
I personally have very high chances of becoming a deputy speaker. One thing I know is that I have the support. I have the voters with me, both the old and the new people who are coming in. And I am also a sellable candidate.
So you are actually re-elected as the woman MP for Bukedia District unopposed, but then would like to know, why are you vying for the deputy speakership position?
Why am I vying for that deputy speakership? Is that I want to provide leadership in Parliament. And I have a manifesto that I will give to my electorates, which I will give at a later time.
Ms. Anita,
yes.
Do you have the experience to actually take on this challenge?
I don't know what you call experience, and whether there is a school for experience, really.
You just got into Parliament in 2016.
One thing you should know that for all my time I have been in managerial positions. I was in Centenary for 10 years in a managerial position. I was a lecturer at the university as a senior lecturer. I am an accountant by profession, and I'm also a lawyer. So I am wondering what kind of experience you're talking. And I also believe by the time the people who are there went into it, they did not have experience, they learned on job. And when I was chairing a committee of COSASE, that is the same thing people used to say, that she does not have experience. But I proved them wrong.
How do you plan to convince the Central Executive Committee to choose you as a candidate to this race?
I actually don't have to convince them, but my deeds and works sell for themselves. They've known what I've done, and they know I'm a credible candidate. And I can assure you, by God's grace, I will be the deputy speaker.
Anita Among, you're in a race with Jacob Oboth. You have Thomas Tayebwa, you have Muhammad Nsereko, you have David Bahati, the State Minister for Planning. Don't you think your chances are slim, given the fact that you are up against people who are heavily experienced?
I don't know what experience they have in. One thing I would ask, have they been speakers before? That's one. Two, I think I'm the best candidate and I know myself better. I also know those opponents of mine. And I know their strengths and weaknesses.
Anita Among, what issues do you plan to tackle within the 11th Parliament if you clinch the Deputy Speakership position?
As I'd said before, Mr. Busiko, I have a manifesto.
Let us in.
That I will unleash at the right time. But one of the most important things is giving equal opportunities to all members of Parliament during their time of legislation. And the other one is good governance. And of course, upholding the independence of Parliament.
Do you think vying for this Deputy Speakership position should have been left to the legislators in the House to choose and not the members of the Central Executive Committee?
I beg your pardon?
Do you think the vying for this Deputy Speakership race should have been left to the legislators of the 11th Parliament to choose and not the interference of the Central Executive Committee?
I don't think so, because we have a party that we subscribe to. So we should go through the party hierarchy. They choose a person, people go through a caucus, and then that one person who will be chosen will be subjected with the opposition candidates.
Isn't that interference, Anita Among?
I don't think so, because it is not SEC that is coming to vote in the House. Of course, one thing is NRM cannot send all the so many people to compete with the opposition people in the House. We should be able to choose the best out of the many.
Anita Among, thank you very much for your time, and we wish you all the best on your endeavors to take over the Deputy Speakership position.
Thank you so much, Mr. Busiko, and thanks for your time.
Indeed. Of course, Anita.
And maybe to my voters out,
yeah,
I wish you well and thank you for the support you've given me. We wait for the seat.
All right. Anita Among, who is only 48 years, was re-elected as the woman MP Bukedea District unopposed, like she did intimate. She was actually the manager of Centenary Bank from 1998 all the way to 2006, when she clinched her first job, her other job, as a lecturer at the Kampala International University. And in 2008, she was also a lecturer at the Makerere University Business School. She says she has a lot of experience in management, but time will be the best judge when it comes to clinching those positions within the 11th